The Sri Lanka Export Development Board, in collaboration with key stakeholders from both the public and the private sectors, successfully hosted the second edition of Voyage Sri Lanka 2025 Maritime Forum today in Colombo. The forum aimed to spotlight Sri Lanka's strategic role in the global maritime landscape and its capacity to evolve into a regional ocean-based economic hub. The event brought together industry leaders, policymakers and international partners to explore sustainable development opportunities within the blue economy.
I would recall the year 2010, immediately after the war. Actually, the country's position as of now, why we have not been able to bring the prosperity of development, is not because of our inherent problems, issues. To great extent, our people are capable enough to contribute for the economic development, but due to other reasons. Now, 2010 was regarded as a year of bringing or the initiating of bringing the prosperities. What happened? Of course, during some periods, just maybe borrowing. I would rather say that irresponsible borrowing. You may see some growth in economic development, but it was not sustainable, because most of the borrowing had not gone into productive economic channels, so that was the reason. But we had an opportunity. What I just wanted to tell you that opportunities itself won't make the change. So we need actions. Among these actions, the government commitment, government support, government intervention, mediation is critical. The government mediation and intervention, again, clear, it is not the politicization. The politicization is also wrongly interpreted. Politicization is intervening, mediating, engaging, influencing to different matters to maximize the private interest. Therefore, we are not going to promote politicization. But political engagement, political interference is pretty much there to facilitate investment. So otherwise, there would be a wrong perception, interpretation. Our government is there to just do certain things in rules and regulation, just to be the monitor, look at what is going on in the economy. No. Our mandate is to look at everything very carefully and support you to bring the economy in the right direction. So therefore, don't take this thing as a politicization.
We believe that there is much that needs to be done on the party of the Ministry of Industries to promote the boat construction industry, develop boat launching pads and the provision infrastructure for the tourism sector. What is most important is to take policy decisions that would make it easy for exporters. We as the ministry are ready to take all necessary policy decisions within the cabinet of ministers to conquer this sector internationally. We will only be able to do this with the strong private sector in the country. We also believe that it is only with a public-private partnership that we can elevate our blue economy internationally.
The Asian Development Bank has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Sri Lanka's journey toward inclusive and resilient economic growth, with a strong emphasis on sustaining reforms, momentum and unlocking new sectors of opportunity. Speaking at a high-level forum in Colombo, Takafumi Kadono, ADB Country Director for Sri Lanka, noted that while the country's economic recovery is progressing, growth must accelerate beyond the current forecast of 4.8% to 5%.
Looking ahead, the ADB forecasts growth to moderate but remain strong as the economy recovers further. There needs to be a transformation, and then there needs to be faster growth, more than just 4.8%, 5%. So, of course, the reform momentum needs to sustain. The government needs to strengthen fiscal and external buffers and foster private sector-led development. So at the Asian Development Bank, we remain committed to supporting Sri Lanka's path towards inclusive and resilient growth, ensuring that the gains of recovery are sustained and shared across all segments of the society. And as Sri Lanka consolidates its recovery and looks beyond traditional growth drivers, the focus increasingly turns towards sectors with untapped or under-tapped potential and long-term sustainability that brings about a transformation.